What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're the full Nincada Evolution team. We got Nincada, Ninjask, and Shedinja. This is one of my favorite evolution lines, especially because I really like Shedinja. It's a really cool Pokemon. Super Bowser, this one is for you. So we got Speed Boost, Wonder Guard, Compound Eyes, and Infiltrator as the abilities I'll be using today. I'll be using 2 Nincada, 2 Ninjas, and 2 Shedinja to make up the full team of 6. And I've got 3 battles with the Nincada Evolution team, so I hope you enjoy. First battle here, this one is against Arts, and we have a theme team here as well. Now, people, I gotta ask you, is any of the Pokemon, Nincada, Ninjask, or Shedinja, your favorite Pokemon? Shedinja is one of my favorite Pokemon. Definitely, it's a really interesting Pokemon. Actually, I kind of like this whole evolution line. We got a Espeon lead here, and I'm going to be leading with my Nincada. Then I'm going to swap into my other Nincada. Now, just let me know if Shedinja or Ninjask or Nincada is one of your favorite Pokemon, if you like them. Whatever your thoughts about them, leave them below in the comment section. I sort of would like to hear what people think about this Pokemon line. So we got a Last Resort Espeon here, only on PIMPNITE Shadow, and we've got this little bulky Ninja. So we got Everlight with the Compound Eyes, we got Fury Cutter, Leech Life, String Shot, and Double Team. So I'm going to be trying to get some of my health back there with the Leech Life against the Espeon. Espeon doesn't have a lot of in defense, so, Nincada is hitting it pretty hard. And, Last Resort's hitting pretty hard too, getting a crit down in Nincada. Now, when I was a kid, I always used to think that Nincada was like a steel type when I first seen it, but it actually is that bug and ground type. So, it's fairly unique typing. So that's going to be the end of the Last Resort Espeon. Next Pokemon here is going to be a Serena. It's going to go for a Rapid Spin. Like, okay, well, they're definitely doing that to boost their speed, right? I'm going to be hitting this pretty hard with Fury Cutter. So we're going to go for Fury Cutter. They're excellent damage. The next one will be able to take it out. And now the Serena is going for Endure. So I'm like, okay, they've got some sort of berry or something like that. Now, Nincada's EVs were Max Health and Max Attack, Adam and Nature. It hit pretty hard considering. Now, the berry that the Serena is going to be eating is going to be the Lychee Berry. It's like, oh no, this is a flail. This is a flail set. So that's going to be the end of the Nincada. It got splattered there like a bug. Now, the next Pokemon we're going to bring out is going to be Ninjask. Now, Ninjask is pretty cool, and I'm going to have a special one today. So we've got Choice Specs, Air Slash, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, and Final Gambit. Had to slide in Final Gambit today, people. And we got the Serena go for Endeavor here. That's going to bring my Ninjask all the way onto 1 health. I was very close to go for a Troll Final Gambit there, but I didn't. I just went for Bug Buzz, and the Serena is going to be fainting there. But Ninjask has only got 1 more health left. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Curlier. So, I don't think I'm one-shotting Curlier. Now, Ninjask doesn't really have the greatest special attack stat in the world, which is obviously why I want to use it. We got Modest Nature, and I've got Max Health. I've got Infiltrator as the ability, and I mentioned earlier on that we got Choice Specs there. But I don't know, all of these, I'd say Nincada, especially Nincada's my favorite shiny out of this line. Ninjask is pretty good too, but I don't know, Shedinja's is a little bit disappointing. It doesn't really change too much. Speaking of which, we got Shedinja here. This is a Bug Bite Shadow Seed Giga Impact Hone Claw set. I've got the EV Speed as Max Health, Adam and Nature, and Max Attack. And of course, I've got the Focus Sash as the item. So Curly is going to be slipping out, and Esper is going to be slipping in. And I'm going to go for the Home Claws there on the swap. So that's going to give me a +1 boost in attack and accuracy, which is going to be very handy. So go for Bug Bite on the Esper. Esper is going to get rolled. However, it's got a Focus Sash as well. So I'm like, okay, we both got Focus Sashes. So here comes a Dank Pulse from the Esper. Look into those eyes. And Shedinja is going to be living on 1 health because we've both got a double sash there. I can just finish it off with a Bug Bite or a Shadow Seek. It doesn't really matter. I know that I can outspeed it. So bye by Esper. So we've still got Curlier left, and there's 2 other Pokemon. And I've only lost my Nincada and Ninjas. Next Pokemon is going to be Mawile. So Mawile is going to be a fairly good Pokemon against his team. This team's got a lot of weaknesses when you think about, there's 2 Pokemon, 1 health. Fire-type Pokemon, electric, it's really bad here. So it's going to be that was a foul play. That was a very foul move there. And Shedinja is going to be fainting, unfortunately. So bye-bye, Shedinja. At least it did something. Next Pokemon is going to be Ninjask. Now, this is the best set on my team. This is actually all made for Dynamax. It's pretty good, actually. We've got Sword Dance, Acrobatics, Dig, and Leech Life. This line does get Dig, which is very good for Fire-type Pokemon. And you can actually get a couple of surprise KOs. Now, Mowa's going to be sliding out there, and in comes the Curlier again. I already did some prior damage to this already. So the Curlier is going to have a speed boost on the PIMPNITE channel. They're going to trace that up, and I'm going to go for a dig. So this is a dig power herb acrobatic set. So say a fire type comes in there, and you can just go straight away for a dig and do some pretty good damage there. Ninjask's attack is quite good. After a sword dance, it's very, very good too, and it's got excellent speed. Now, I built this one bulky. I always like to build Ninjask bulky, considering it doesn't really need its speed at all. It's already very, very fast, and you've got that passive speed boost. So we've got max health and max attack. Works very nicely across the board there, and with that max health, you get a little bit more bulk, which can allow you to get a sword dance up too. Next Pokemon's going to be called Senpai, and it's going to be a Dynamax Senpai. Now, I've got acrobatics here. Now, I don't know how much damage this will actually do to Gallade. I feel like I could do around half health. I would have loved to get a sword dance up, but, you know, I haven't really got a chance so far. The steel-type Pokemon are a problem too. Like, say if I don't have any dig or, you know, I do have Final Gambit on one of my Ninjas too, but apart from that, they didn't really hit it very hard. So doing a little somersault there, and I got that good acrobatics damage there, which is excellent. Glade is going to be going for a max Mind Storm here on my Ninjas, but I am running max health, so I am a little bit more bulky than normal too. So I don't know what sort of move that was. I reckon it was definitely a special move coming from Glade there. That didn't quite do enough. Now, Ninjask is going to be getting another speed boost. Not that it really mattered. I was outspeeding everything anyway. And Glade is going to be fainting there. So, I've got a Nincada and I've got a Shedinja and this Ninjask. So, I'm sitting pretty right now. Next Pokemon is going to be Mowa. Now, I know it's going to drop my attack down there with the Intimidate. I have an option to actually swap Ninjask out here, or I could go for a dig. So, we got a Quick Law on the Mowa here, and it's going to go for a Psych Up. It copied all my speed boost. You wouldn't read about it. So now it's going to be a speedy Mowa. I just went for a dig underneath the ground there, and I thought, well, this should be alright. Should get some pretty good damage here, even at -1. So getting another speed boost there on Ninjas. We're going to go for dig this time, and that's very, very good damage there to Mowa. So I'm happy with that. I've still got 2 more Pokemon. I know that I can deal with this thing, or can I? So here comes a foul play. That is going to be the end of the Ninjas. Like, okay, well, we've got Shedinja here. This is a weakness policy Endure set. Let's finish it off with this, right? So what I'm going to do here, I can go for the Poltergeist. That'll finish it off. I could also go for a Dynamax Max Suckle. It gets a Quick Claw again, and unfortunately, Shedinja is going to be taken out by that. I could have gone for Endure, but I just wanted to attack it. So bye-bye, Shedinja. Unfortunately, its shiny is just like a darker brown color. It's kind of disappointing. I wish it had a better shiny like Nincada. No, I guess Nincada suits it a lot better. It's like more golden. Last Pokemon is my golden Nincada. I haven't Dynamaxed any Pokemon at the moment, so we're going to dig Toxic Set. I'm going to have to Dynamax Nincada. So you've probably never ever seen a Dynamax Nincada in your natural life. So here you go, people, on your PIMPNITE channel. Now, this is actually a bulky Everlight set. We've got Everlight, Compound Eyes, Rest, Sleep, Talk, Toxic, and Dig. I've got Max Health and Max Defense. It's actually very, very bulky on the defensive side with Everlight. You'd probably be quite surprised. And it's got some interesting typing there with the Bug and Ground too. So here we go, people. We've got a big golden bug here. If you notice when it actually Dynamax, it did like a smile. I'm not sure if you're actually seeing that, but if you missed it, go back. It actually did a big smile. So unfortunately, it's going to be a Swagger Psych Up set. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Please get through the scum. And I got through the scum, and I'm going to fire a big Max Quake off here against him a while, and that's going to be more than enough to take it out there. Thank you for the battle arts. Did you know what that theme team was my opponent was using? Let me know in the comment section of the video. Let's get on to battle number 2. I really, really enjoy this, especially these evolution teams. I've always really liked them, and I enjoy this evolution line a lot. Next Pokemon battle here, this one is against Orion, and we're on the Dragon Field this time. So we got Drapion as elite. I was a little bit worried about Drapion, because Drapion's quite a good Pokemon for this team. You know, it's got Dark-type moves. It could be entry hazards as well. Now, this team I was versing as well was a very competitive team. This wasn't memes or anything like that, so I was like, I'm not sure am I going to last one turn or what? So go for a Bug Bite here. Bug Bite does the right damage there, and now I can see it's got a red card. I'm like, okay, it's definitely got entry hazards, so this is a problem. So I'm thinking it's probably going to have, like, you know, spikes, toxic spikes, stuff like that. So my little Nincada is going to get dragged out there, and it's going to set the toxic spikes up. Like, okay, straight away, both my Shedinjas they're toast after 1 turn. So I thought I could set up a couple of Fury Cutters here, and maybe while the Drapion was setting up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes. So 2 layers of Toxic Spikes have now been, put onto the ground. They go for my second Fury Cutter, starting to get some pretty good damage there. Go. So Drapion's going to go for a cross poison there. I don't think they've got a lot to actually hit me with there, for like type advantage stuff. That's about it. And the next Fury Cutter is going to take Drapion up. The damage is now done, people. You're going to say like a third of my team is already gone when you think about it. So now we got another counter Tokus, so the counters keep coming here, people. It's going to be a air slash, generic sort of Tokus set, and that's the end of Nincada. No way I'm living that. The crit didn't matter either. So I got to do something here. There's only one Pokemon on my team that can possibly take Tokus out in one shot, and I'm going to need to sack it. And this is not even a sure thing either. So go for Final Gambit, outspeeding the Tokus out. I was like, please take it out, please take it out. And it took it out, which is brilliant. So that is Drapion down and Tokus down there. Thank goodness, because that Pokemon learned so many moves there that can absolutely roll this team. So now we're going to go into Shedinja. I know that I'm going to fake to the next turn with the Toxic Spike, but I'm going to try and get something going with this set. Hopefully. Next Pokemon is Chandelure, another counter. I'm like, man, like what's going on in this battle? So Chandelure is going to be weak to Ghost type, and my only move I got here is Poltergeist. So it's going to go for a Hex there, and Hex is going to one-shot me. Absolutely nothing I could have done there. I tried with that set, you've seen it before, it was in my Shedinja Sweep, the PIMPNITE Undercover video. I tried to go for Dynamax Max Stream, but, with the Toxic Spikes on the field, my sashes weren't working, nothing was going to happen, right? So I went into my next Shedinja, got some quality Shadow Sneak damage there on the Chandelure. Unfortunately, I can just go for Hex here and one-shot on my Pokemon. I've got Focus Sash, but Toxic Spikes is going to face Shedinja. So suddenly now I'm down to only 2 Pokemon, and I've only taken a Drapion and a Tokus. So things are looking really, really nasty right now. And one of the Pokemon is going to be Nincada as well. So it's like, wow, I don't have much to actually use yet. So we're going to go into Ninjask. This is my best Pokemon. I was like, okay, this is my only chance to try and come back into this battle. I know that I can outspeed pretty much every Pokemon on this team, but I need to be able to Dynamax now and take Chandelure, because I know that it's going to have some sort of fire type move, Flamethrower or Fire Blast, one of those sort of moves there, judging on the moves they've already used here. So doing another little somersault there, a backflip. I think actually, no, that was a backflip, and we can go for a Dynamax Max Quake on the Chandelure. The good thing about this too, it will boost my special defense too, in case I come across any special attacking Pokemon. I may be able to live and attack a little bit better. Plus, I've got max health and in my stats too. So that's going to be the end of Chandelure there. But the counters do not stop coming, people. They just keep coming. So Drapion, Tokus, and Chandelure. Next Pokemon here. I'm going to get my little speed boost. Yep. Is going to be the Electivize. Okay, Electivize got all the elemental moves. You know what? It could be physical, it could be special. I know that it's got a super effective move ready to go here. And on top of that, it's going to be Dynamax as well. And it also, if you did notice, had an air balloon as its item, so I can't go for Max Quake. I'm like, oh, this sucks. So I'm going to have to go for an attacking move here. So do I go for the Max Phantasm? I know that I won't one-shot Electivire, absolutely not. Or do I go for my bug type moves and Max Flutterby so I can drop its special attack? Maybe it's a special set, maybe it's not, I don't really know. I think that I can live a physical move really, really badly just due to Dynamax, but in case it is a special set there, I've got +1 as special defense and I've dropped this special attack by 1 stage. So here comes a Fire Punch or a Flamethrower. That did so much damage there. I think it might have been a Fire Punch. And Ninjask is going to be fainting the next turn. However, I've got one more turn of the Max Quake. And now the coast is clear. The air balloon has been popped. I can go for a Max Quake and finish off the Electivire here, which is really, really good. So we got 4 very, very good Pokemon against my team taking down there. And we've only got 2 left. But man, I thought the counters would stop, but another counter. It was like another counter after this one as well. But so far, I was very, very impressed how this team was going. So we're going to get another speed boost, and the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Metagross. Okay, well, Metagross is very bulky. I've now lost my Dynamax. What sort of set is this even going to be? So I've got Nincada's got a Toxic Dig set, so I can't use Toxic against things like, okay, we'll go for the dig. That's my best move. I can't really set up the Sword Dance either. So Metagross is going to get hit by a Power Herb dig here. And Metagross takes a good amount of damage, but unfortunately, it's going to have the Weakness Policy, you know, the item that it most, usually always has. And now he can use virtually any. It could use Tackle to take out my Ninjask here, and it's going to use Brick Break. So that's the end of Ninja. So all I've got left now is my Nincada. It also has Dig too, but it doesn't have any attack EVs or anything like that. And, Metagross's attack is like sky high at the moment too. So I can't, and also I'm poisoned as well, so I'm going to have to go to sleep if I want to heal that poison off. So Metagross is going to go for a Zen Headbutt. It's got the Weakness Policy. Look how well Nincada actually takes it. That's a very, very respectable amount of bulk there. Go for the dig, and Metagross has got Earthquake, so it can hit me for double damage underneath the ground there. Poor little Nincada. That's the end of the battle, people. I just wanted to include this battle to show you how well this team went against a very, very competitive team with all the counters you could poke a stick at. Let's get on to battle number 3. Thank you for the battle, Ryan. Let's go on to this one. This is against Super Bowser. This was his same team. We wanted to have a battle against it, and this is a pretty interesting battle as well. This time I think we've been on 3 different locations now for all our battles. So first Pokemon here, it's going to be Comfy. Now, Comfy could be problematic because you could have lots of status moves like Taunt. So I led with my Shedinja this turn, and I went for the Hone Claws. So I can't use Hone Claws after that. Now the Comfy is going to be Swampy out here, and we got Meowth coming in. So I was very, very close to go for a Ghost type move. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for Bug Bite here. Bug Bite does excellent damage to the incoming Meowth, almost one-shotting. Meowth obviously was going to go for a Bite or a Dark type move there. I do have the Focus Sash, which is going to be good. I can go for another Bug Bite to take out the Meowth. So that's the end of Meowth, giving me the early lead in this battle. Now, I am a little bit scared about Comfy because it's a bulky Pokemon. It's got a chance of healing itself depending on what the strategy is, and there's not too much I can actually do to it. In comes Litten here. I'm like, oh no, a Fire type Pokemon, and I'm gonna go for Shadow Sneak here. That's the best thing I can really do against Litten. It took it so well. I'm like, is that an Everlight Litten? And it's got Ember, so it's a troll set with Ember because they know that I've got Shedinja, right? So they're going to try and troll me with Ember. So I'm like, right, okay. I've got to get rid of... I'm not losing to an Ember Litten, right? People will roast me for the rest of my life. So I've got Final Gambit. Like, man, if I go for Final Gambit here, I can take it out. Do I go for Air Slash? I know that it's got Everlight. It took that Shadow Sneak way too well. So in the end, I went for the Final Gambit. In comes Clang. I'm like, well, that's a good Pokemon to use Final Gambit against. Like, that's a bulky Pokemon. I'm sure that it was Everlight as well. So that's going to, fake the Ninjask, but it's going to get rid of Clang too. So that's a good Pokemon to actually bury there. Very, very nice. Now, I'm going to be sliding in my Nincada here. This is the Fury Cutter one, and in comes Golden. Now, I've encountered this Golden a couple of times. I know that it's probably got Horn Drill, so what I'm thinking is I might get a couple of misses. I might be able to, load these Fury Cutters up, maybe get a double team, but if it's got Horn Drill, there's not a lot of, point setting up the double team. So how about I just go for a couple of Fury Cutters? So Fury Cutters hitting pretty hard there. The Golden has got leftovers too, so I imagine like 2 more Fury Cutters should be enough to take out Golden. Now, Golden does have the Waterfall too, so I'm a ground type, so I'm a bit susceptible to water types, and it flinched me too, so like, man, that really, really sucks. Like, that's bad, because now Golden, if you look at it, can actually take me out in another 2 hits. I may get flinched the next turn too, so I'm like, well, maybe I should go for String Shot. I need to get some speed here, so I can go for the String Shot and get this speed advantage going. I can either go for a Rest, or I can start going for Leech Life too. Judging on the damage that I do at Fury Cutter, I was like, man, I think the Leech Life will do some good damage there. It might be just enough to sustain, a couple of Waterfalls and try and take out this Golden here. So I'm going to go for it. We got that negative speed. Go for Leech Life on Golden. Hopefully it's going to do a good amount of damage. So here we go, people. I like how Nincada sort of throws his little arm up there before it attacks. Excellent damage to Leaf Life. So it's a Leaf Life. Man, they need to make that move. Like, it's a move, and you're on a small amount of health, and it's called Leaf Life. What would that move even do? So now we got one more attack to take the Golden out here. I can go for another Leech Life. The good thing about that is I got enough health back from Leech Life since I outsped the Golden so I can take it out. However, Goldeen is going to be swapping out here, and the Comfy is going to be coming in. It's like, man, I can't do anything to this Pokemon. Unfortunately, now I'm looking at my team like, well, I've used up my final Gambit Pokemon. That would have been very good against Comfy, but, you know, I took Clang out, so that's fine. I guess against Clank, I didn't really have much as well. I only really had Dig and stuff like that. So I'm sort of curious what I'm going to actually be able to do this thing. So going into my other Shedinja, this is the weakness policy Shedinja set, and I thought, you know what? I don't think this has got any attacking moves. I have a feeling this has nothing to hit me when you think about Wonder Guard, and it's got status moves. I'm going to go for a Dynamax Shedinja and see if we can get a sweep going here. Now, if we want to try and get a sweep with the Dynamax Shedinja, you need to have a flying type move. You need air rays. I have to have air rays. So, and you need a speed, but you need at least one speed boost, preferably two. But one speed boost will outspeed like most things too. Now the EV spread on this one is Jolly Nature. You do need Jolly Nature for its speed, so we're going to be going for that max Airstream. Here comes a Taunt. Now, I won't be able to use Endure and stuff for a little bit. I need Endure and Weakness Policy to get this one going. But I am in Dynamax, so I might be able to get some good damage here. So Comfy takes a good amount of damage there from the max Airstream. Now I've got +1 in speed, which is very, very good. Now I could go for either Max Phantasm or I could go for another Max Airstream here. However, my opponent is going to go for a Dynamax Comfy. It's like, okay, they're going to try and stall out my Shedinja. I was sort of running through my head that I might go for Max Knuckle off Final Gambit as well. But I sort of went against that, because if I can get my Weakness Policy to activate, what I'm thinking I might be able to use Litten. I want to draw Litten out, right? Because I know that it's got a Fire type move. We know that it's got Ember. So now Comfy's going to go for Max Guard. That's going to stall another one of my Airstreams out here. And I've only got one more actually turn to attack here, so I can go for a Max Phantasm. I tried to pull the double PIMPNITE Max Guard there, and it didn't work. I went for the old trusty Gumboot attack, and that's going to take Comfy out. That's excellent. So bye-bye Comfy, and bye-bye Dynamax Pokemon as well. So I didn't really achieve too much for that, except to stall out Shedinja. Now, the taunt has been shaken off there, and the next Pokemon, as I guess, is going to be Litten. So, looking at my team now, I'm going to be Intimidated. That's going to drop my attack by 1 stage. So, currently, I've got -1 at attack. That's not going to be enough to take out Litten, because it does have an Everlight. So, okay, have to go for the duel here. I need to receive a Weakness Policy boost, and that'll put me at +1 at attack, which should be enough to take out Litten from there. So, here comes the Ember. I was like, oh, no, please don't burn me. And I endured the hit, which is awesome, and now Weakness Policy is going to be kicking in here. So, I don't get burned by Ember, which is absolutely excellent. I can go for Poltergeist, outspeeding Litten thanks to the Airstream that I did earlier on in Dynamax, and that is going to be enough to take out the bulky Everlight Litten. So we got we got 2 more Pokemon. We got the Goldeen. Now Goldeen doesn't have a lot of health here. It's like, well, they've got leftovers. They don't have a Choice Scarf or anything like that. They've only got a little bit of health. This will be enough to take it out. So Goldeen is going to be fainting to the Poltergeist there, and now there's only 1 more Pokemon left here. Can we get the late game Shedinja Weakness Policy Endure sweep? Last Pokemon is Kyogre. I was like, well, I should be able to outspeed Kyogre. It outspeed me, but the only move it could really throw at me was Ice Shard there. I guess that was showing that was the only move they could outspeed with. It's got Utility Umbrella. No way this is going to be living this attack, and the Poltergeist will take Kyogre out in 1 shot. And that, my friends, is the end of the Nincada Evolution team. We finished it with a little Shedinja sweep at the end. Hope you enjoyed it, people. I'll be back for another video tomorrow. Peace out.